Peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with Zoe. This is episode 29 titled Why I Do What I Do. I've had many episodes where I dibble and dabble with my purpose and why I love to do this and why I do what I do, but I've never gave you guys a full breakdown. And I've shouted out my influencers and trainers and coaches and teachers who have played a positive role in my life, but I've never really gave y'all the nitty gritty and why it is that I created Conversation with Zoe, what it is that this platform means to me. It was something that took a lot of courage to do. It takes a lot of courage to be in front of the camera and speak and voice your opinion. And some people are going to agree and some people aren't. And everybody's entitled to that. But for me, we can start in second grade where I had Mrs. Cobb. And Mrs. Cobb worked corporately for 20 years and then became a teacher. So the structure that she brought to our classroom was something that benefited a lot of children of color, such as myself. Tuck in your shirt. You couldn't be assy. You had to be presentable with your uniform. You couldn't wear a dirty uniform. Your desk had to be straightened out. You had to push in your chair. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not the difference between saying yes and yeah did wonders for me. That still carries with me today. Like I still try to say yes as much as I can and not yeah to people, especially people who are my superior, who are older than me. So these are things that have carried on with me. We can go Mr. Pimentel in 7th grade. We can talk about Coach Miguel, who revamped my baseball career, who took me from the outfield and taught me how to play first base. From there we can go to Coach Bill. Coach Bill was the man, and Antonio Ponte. Shout out to the Boys Club. Shout out to the whole Coach Brown, Coach Amar. Same thing that make you laugh, make you cry, dynamic. Like, that's Coach Amar's favorite quote. If you know Coach Amar, that is what the man talks about all the time. And he's true. Like, the same thing that will make you laugh, will make you cry. But Bill was the biggest influence in my life. He's the one that introduced me to the concept of boarding school. He took me to my first boarding school where I played, I toured, I visited, and I did all those great things. And these people, helped me see beyond my small mind. My surroundings, the Bronx is my entire world. And I didn't know anything past the Bronx, but these people introduced me to New England and all these other places, and it was just like, wow, there's so much out there for me to see and do and accomplish and people to meet, and it did wonders for me. Even, fast forward a little bit, CJ Chunchu Fitness has done wonders for my baseball career. Shout out to my man Johnny for introducing us, and he's a guy that doesn't charge a lot, but will give a lot. And that's why this guy's an angel, heavenly sent. I love this guy, CJ Chunchu Fitness. Look him up, reach out to him, Chunchu Fitness. He's tremendous, and he will take you from here and take you to the top, And my championship that I won overseas, my 2 silver sluggers, my batting over 400, me being physically ready to do those things was because of that man. And CJ, I thank you. I appreciate you so much, So I really had to give you a shout out in this video. Rashad Bryant, Miss Bryant are all people that have done wonders for my life, and have really believed in me, and when I didn't see much in myself, so for me, I just owe the world. I owe my community, brown babies, my brown children, my brown babies, I like to say, I want to be a shining light in their lives. I want to show them, hey, I'm an example. I'm from where you from. I've been through most of the struggles. I know what it's like to be at the bottom and try to work your way to the top. I want to be that living, breathing example, that role model in their community. You see me, I dress how you dress, I talk how you talk. I get it, and I know as you get older and you start to move up, in life, you live with a lot of people who are out of touch. They don't really understand your struggle. They don't understand your neighborhood. They don't understand how you go to a Hollows High School, who's a good high school, but you got to wear comfortable shoes because you got to be able to run and get boogie and go home. They don't understand what it's like to get jumped. They don't understand what it's like to live in fear. They don't understand what it's like once you leave your house, you are a threat. Once you leave this confined home where you find comfort and security, that you have to learn how to survive out there. In their world, where they come from, it's a little different. So I just want to use myself as a living example where I value education very much. Education is big to me. It's huge. And I want everybody to be educated. I want us to change the traditions of our culture. We have a lot of positive traditions in our culture, but we have a lot of negative, or not to say negative, but we have some that are outdated that need to change, that match the times that we're in today. So for me, I just want to be that shining light in the lives of these young men and women. You know, we need an example. We need, you know, I'm like the hood Martin Luther King / little Malcolm X. You know, I want to make change. You know, anybody who's ever worked with me, you know, like, if something ain't right, I'm going to say something about it. If we don't have a holiday party, I'm going to get us a holiday party. If we're not getting paid for rainouts, we're going to get paid for rainouts. Like, I've always been a guy who stands up for the forefront. You know, I put myself in the forefront to stand up for the greater good of everybody else. And I've had people who aren't my family. You know, everybody I mentioned is not related to me. These are people that God has blessed me with along my journey, and the laws of energy that I've been able to attract in my life. So I'm indebted to these people forever. I love you. You know, you always have my back. All these people can tell you that I call them on a regular. I always check in anytime you see me with a going away party or an event. These people mean the world to me, and I want to mean the world to somebody else. You know, I've been written, you know, kids have written me letters, you know, saying thank you, and I've won championship with kids, and my real championship is seeing my kids that I work with succeed. You know, my man Jalen is going to Lehigh next year. You know, I met him at a camp when he was 9 years old. You know, my man Mabs, you know, he's on the Upper East Side, a tremendous kid. You know, he's in boarding school now. When I met him, he was in 7th grade, doing tremendous things. You know, about to play varsity sports, JV, you know, JV MVP. You know, so those are championships for me in this ring. You know, and I love to do what I do. Thank you for another episode. Everybody stay blessed, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, 20 seconds or more. I love you. God bless you. Thank you to all my new subscribers for believing in me also. Like, subscribe, comment, share, send to friends. Peace and love. Take care. See you soon.